Welcome back to my favorite segment of the week where we honor tough guys. You know, the dudes who kick butt, take names, and salute the flag all before most of you guys even get out of bed in the morning. Our next guest is a retired Navy SEAL who I actually did a platoon with, who was shot in the face in Iraq, and then he went on to fight through dozens of surgeries to get back to health. And he's still working to serve others. We're actually in the same platoon for, I don't know, maybe a year or two back in 2007. But the past few weeks, he's worked on a rescue mission to get vulnerable people out of Afghanistan. So we're going to bring in retired Navy SEAL and buddy of mine, Jason Redman. Jason, you're looking sexy as ever, my man.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks to the American people. Millions of dollars in plastic surgery for this.
Exactly. Well, I think you're better off now than you were before. So, sorry, guys. This is like harsh team guy internal humor because Jay and I have known each other for years. But, you know, this segment's all about tough guys. You have the ultimate tough guy story. You were shot in the face and you survived. You actually got out of there and you're continuing the fight, though. You've signaled for no pity on this. This is a letter that went viral that was outside your door at Walter Reed. Take us through that story.
Yeah, I mean, after being injured, I was in the hospital, and obviously, I mean, anytime you have a major catastrophic event like that, it's just overwhelming. And I remember laying there just feeling like, holy smokes, this is the end. You know, they were talking about amputating my arm. I got tubes coming out of every orifice. I couldn't talk. I couldn't eat. I'm being fed through a stomach tube. And there were some people in the room that started talking about, you know, what a shame, what a pity. All these young men and women that are so mangled and injured. And when they left, I remember thinking to myself, is that me? Is that who I am? Am I this victim, this person just stuck on this X, and that's going to be my future? And when my wife came back in, I said, no, that's the amazing thing about this life, about being human. We all have a choice. You know, you can either sit on the X and feel sorry for yourself, or you can get up and drive forward. And in that moment, I chose to drive forward. And I wrote out this sign. It said, attention to all who enter here. If you're coming in this room with sadness or sorrow, don't bother. The wounds that I received, I got in a job that I love, doing it for people that I love, defending the freedom of a country I deeply love. I will make a full recovery. What is full? That's the absolute utmost physically. I have the ability to recover, and I'm going to push that about 20% further through sheer mental tenacity. This room you're about to enter is a room of fun, optimism, and intense rapid regrowth. If you're not prepared for that, go elsewhere.
Yeah, you know, it's great too. And to the viewers out there, you're in history. I was actually spinning on the tarmac as your backup QRF, the Quick Reaction Force, when you were shot. I was in Baghdad, you were in Fallujah, and I remember getting the call that you guys had been basically ambushed out in a grove. And, you know, I was thinking about that. And when we heard it was you, Maddie, a couple other folks that you know, and you had some really heroic actions that night. And it was a fight that we were all geared up for, a fight we all asked for. We dove into it. Talk about when you talked to President Bush about that letter when you were in the Oval Office.
You know, President Bush was fantastic, man. He was so down to earth, and you know, he just. It was at the height of the financial crisis, and we were his sole focus. I mean, for 35 minutes, he spent time with me and my family, and he just was dedicated to us. He never looked at his watch. There was none of that. He just was focused on me and my family. And talking about what happened in Iraq. Commander Mike Hayes actually was in the room with us. Mike told him about one of the other big firefights we got into where we saved a family of Iraqis, moving them from one house to another so we could call in an air mission, you know, an airstrike. So I was really impressed with him when I got to meet him that day.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, that 2007. That was a hot year for all of us over there, and you definitely took the fight to the enemy. So I want to fast forward to what you're doing now, which is the Pineapple Express, which I absolutely love the name. Now you've rescued a bunch of. There's a lot of groups out there, by the way, folks, that are, and I've talked about it on the show before, that are raising money and they're not doing a darn thing, and that is just complete. I have a couple words for those people, but you are actually doing something. You are part of the solution. You're not, you know, joshing people around. You're actually getting it done. Talk about the mission, how you named it, and how it's going.
So it was founded by Lieutenant Colonel Scott Mann, a retired Green Beret, and they were trying to get his interpreter out. And, you know, a lot of people think we're on the ground. None of us are on the ground. No one from Task Force Pineapple went over to Afghanistan. We just used technology, our resources, and the people we knew, and we relied on our Afghan allies, so many of these amazing commandos and interpreters, and built this virtual underground railroad network. And utilizing technology, we were able to, technology and the intel they were giving us on the ground, our ability to know where Taliban checkpoints were, how to move people, what gates were open, where we could get people in, and then leveraging our relationships on the people on the inside. And that first interpreter, Scott's interpreter that they got across the wire, the code word was pineapple. And that's how it became Task Force Pineapple and the Pineapple Express. But Carl, I got to tell you right now, we're just focused right now on keeping people safe. But the biggest thing we need the Department of State's help. And we are standing by for them. We want to work with them. We are building political support, but we need their help to get people across the borders. We need their help to be able to get flights in, and that's really what we're doing right now. That is our biggest need right now. So if you're listening to this, please go to your congressman, go to your senator, and tell them, hey, it should be top priority to get these individuals out, these individuals who sacrifice for America as much as we did, as much as our American service members.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. You and I talked on another show, and I'd said, I will go tomorrow. I will do whatever I need to do to get our people out of there. I don't care if I have to walk off the show in the middle to catch a bird. But the issue is, and I found this out by working with a number of contractors, you can't go. It is so difficult to get the darn plane off the ground, even when it's in country with the people loaded on it. They won't give clearance to leave. It's unbelievable. So I can't let you go without asking you the time-held question that we ask every guy on this segment. What does it mean to you to be a tough guy?
You know, a lot of people think of a tough guy as like this big muscle-bound individual who can, I don't know, beat up a lot of people. And, you know, I don't view that as a tough guy. I think a tough guy is physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, and spiritually strong in all aspects. And he is a good leader and provider for his family. He sets the example for others. He does the hard things. As a great leader once said, boys do what they want, men do what they have to. And I think we need more of that in this country. Oftentimes, it's not always about so much of a tough guy and a leader and a strong individual. It's not always about what you do, and oftentimes this violent strike. So often it's about what you don't do, about holding back and looking where do we go and what's the long-term impacts of our decisions. And in my opinion, that is a tough guy.
No, it is absolutely, every guy we've had on here, and I always say this, like I do a lot of MMA, and you used to as well. You're not actually a particularly large person yourself, and I would still classify you as one of the toughest guys I know. But every guy we have on here, they don't talk about the ability to strike, the ability to crush and break and smash. They talk about the ability to use that calm, cool, collective thing and pause and do the right thing at the right time instead of the aggression, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the case. And I'll be honest, right now, I mean, coming back to Afghanistan, that's a perfect example. I mean, there's a lot of our brothers, just like you, and I mean, even if I had the opportunity, that want to go over there and smash. But it's not the right time. And not only that, it's such a high level. You know, right now it's government to government, and that's what we need. So this is a great instance of tough guys having to, unfortunately, do what we can do without making sure we're not crossing any lines to make that happen.
Yeah, it's unfortunately because the government's just clearly not getting it done. You are Jason Redman, fellow team guy, brother, and thank you very much for joining us, dude.
Carl, my honor, man. Thanks, brother.
All right, we'll talk soon.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.